Ian McKellen has been asked to return as Gandalf. So, the 85-year-old Sir Ian McKellen made headlines earlier this year where he fell off the stage while playing Shakespeare's Falstaff in Robert X. Player King's play on the West End. Since then, he's been recovering and says he has no plans to quit acting just yet. He was speaking with The Big Issue. He revealed that he has already been approached to come back to one of his most iconic roles, Gandalf. He said, "I've just been told there are going to be more films and Gandalf will be involved, and they hope that I'll be playing him. When? I don't know. What that script is? Not written yet. So they better be quick." The film he's referring to is The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, which sees Andy Serkis both reprising his role and directing the project, which is targeting a 2026 theatrical release, 5 months earlier than Ahsoka Season 2. Oh, no. The Lord of the Rings original trilogy director, Peter Jackson, will produce the movie alongside his longtime producing partners, Fran Walsh and Philippa Boyens. On film, McKellen most recently appeared in Anna Tucker's The Critic and narrated 2 episodes of Peacock's first season of Ted. Okay. So, John, you hear this and you hear his comments, and I think he's spot on, right? It's like, yeah, of course, you can get him. But he's 85 years old. The poor guy fell off the stage recently, too. He's moving a little slower, as you do when you're 85 years old. And if you get him, you film his scenes first.
Yeah. With a lot of de-aging.
Do you need to? Do you need to de-age Gandalf?
I don't know. For the time frame?
Yeah, he's kind of immortal. You could just change. I mean, you could do a couple things here and there, but you wouldn't have enough beard makeup on him. You wouldn't even tell. But yeah, you just got to, but you talk about long schedules and you talk about, there's only, how much do you put him in? You got to take into consideration he's 85 years old, probably 86 or something by the time you start shooting. Shoot his scenes first.
Yeah. Yeah, get him out of the way first. Make sure he's comfortable. Make sure he's giving you what you need, and then move on to everyone else. But it's a smart move. You want to get people excited, you bring him back. Don't forget, Andy isn't a seasoned filmmaker. This is still new in his change in his career here to do some more directing. So why not bring an old friend back? Why not bring someone you've worked with for quite some time that is also one of the most beloved played one of the most beloved characters ever on film. So it makes all the sense in the world. But like when James Earl Jones came back to play Vader, don't be expecting the 85 to be 65 or 75. Those days are long past. So, it's going to be a different performance for sure. But why not do it if you can do it?
100%.
I want him back as Magneto in Secret Wars. I would love to see that.
That one I don't know if he would do, because I think with Gandalf at least you could just have him stand here with the stick, say a few cool things, and that's it. It's like you don't really. You could do. I think you're right. I think
the sticks.
stand here with the stick. Do me a favor and just don't fall, please. Don't fall, sir. We need you okay. And I think that it's a smart move to get him if you can get him.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be. They gotta move. Like he said, he knew it too. He's like, you gotta hurry up and do it fast.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited. Are you excited for that movie overall?
I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm not the biggest fan of the Lord of the Rings films.
Right.
I like the second one a lot. I like elements of the third one for sure.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the first one. I like the Hobbit films a little bit better. So. Okay. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I hope it all works. It's only because of Andy. If it was Peter Jackson coming back, I think I'd be really excited.
Okay.
But because Andy is kind of a still new filmmaker, I'm nervous about what they're going to create.
Yeah, I mean, I
hated his Venom. His Venom was effing terrible.
Wasn't great. I do like Andy Serkis a lot.
Yeah,
I love him as a person, love him as an actor, and I think that I never saw it. Did you see the Jungle Book that he did?
Yeah, I did. I got an hour into it, and I was like, I'm feeling nothing here.
No,
and moved on from.
Okay, well, I don't love that. I mean, I didn't see it, but
when Favreau's is so good.
Yeah, that's true. It was too close. It was too close.
It was so good, that Favreau version.
It really was. Okay, so I wonder, and I ask you guys, what do you think? Do you think that this was a move that they should make? Should they definitely get Gandalf back? Ian McKellen, should he come back? And if they do, it's something we didn't really discuss. Here, before we move on, I ask John that. If they decide that, okay, if he's like, okay, I feel a little too old for this, and it's a big schedule. What do you do if you need Gollum? I mean, not Gollum. If you need Gandalf, do you recast or do you ask him for permission to do the deep fake? Like, what do you do if you need him? If you've written it at this point, what do you do?
What's the most recent thing they did where they put like the combination? Oh yeah, like we just saw in Alien Romulus, right? If they do a better version of that,
Yeah.
then I think it's possible. I think you can make it work, right? A little bit of the Luke situation as well, with Mark Hamill coming back to a degree, and what they did at the end of Mando season 2. So I think there's you can make an effort there to make it seem seamless, and certainly the technology is there. Hopefully they find better people than what we've seen in recent efforts. So I think that's the route you go with. My question to you is this: why are they even talking to him? Is this a Robert Downey Jr. situation? I mean, I like the Hobbit movies, but I know a lot of people didn't like the Hobbit movies. And I wonder if when you've got the Rings of Power series that I've heard no buzz on this for season 2. So do you think like they are going to the greatest hits quickly, and this is a way to kind of take the pressure off of Andy, bring him back? Because if we start hearing other people coming back, at that point you start to wonder like, well, what is this?
It would make sense that Gandalf is around during this time. Yeah, he knew, he was aware of Gollum. He knew.
Sure,
so
sure.
I think I wouldn't be. The greatest hits doesn't hit for that one. Because he would be around, and I think that in the same way that I didn't get upset and I actually thought it made sense that Luke came back for the Mandalorian, because
I like that.
Why are you bringing him back? You just relying on Luke Skywalker? No, because he's the only Jedi running around the place, and he's like the most powerful one. He would be aware of this guy. He would be aware of it. It'd be still in the same way that it's so stupid that Yoda doesn't show up until the last 6 seconds of the acolyte. He would be right. His nose would be right in this thing, going, "What the hell's going on, guys?"
Yep.
Not at the end, hey, we kept this thing from you the whole time, Chief. It's like, canceled, we are. Because you waited too long to put me in the show.
Accomplice you've made me.
Yeah. Stupid. So that's, I think that it makes sense. So then I ask you, what do you think? Do you think that we should do this? Do you think that Gandalf should come back? Or, is John right? Is it one of these things where maybe it is just trying to rely on nostalgia because they want to get people excited about Lord of the Rings again? Put your comments in there. Tell us exactly what you think. Hymns. Guys, when we leave the house, whether you got your phone, wallet, keys, how's your hair look? But if you're experiencing hair loss, you may not be so confident when you step outside your door. Now, you got to get confident again, and you got to restore your hair. And you do it with Hims, because nobody wants to lose your hair. And for men, it's common. And now with Hims, the solution is simple. You try Hims Hair Loss Solutions, and you'll be joining hundreds of thousands of subscribers who got their flow back. Hims provides access to a range of hair loss treatments that work all the way from the comfort of your couch. They offer personalized chewable, orable, spray, and serum treatment options so you can find what works best for you. The process is simple and 100% online. Just answer a few questions, and a medical provider will determine if the treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your treatment is sent directly to your door. Hims has hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers, so if you feel like you're losing a part of yourself with your hair loss, get Hims and get your confidence back. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/bigthing, HIMS.com/bigthing for your personalized hair loss treatment options. So that's hims.com/bigthing. Results vary based on studios of topical and oral mixodal. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.